Our question today on Ask Anything is the Bible full of contradictions? That's a great question. And this is a common phrase that skeptics use today to cast doubt on the Bible as being inspired by God. The logic, and I agree with it in principle, is that if the Bible is full of contradictions, then it cannot have a perfect, all-knowing God as its source, and therefore it cannot be trusted. So, is that true? Is the Bible really full of contradictions? Well, first I need to let you know that in the thousands of years of critical analysis of the Bible, there has never been a contradiction found so damaging that it has persuaded honest scholars to completely dismiss the Bible. If there was such evidence of a contradiction like this, it would be the end of Christianity, and we wouldn't even be asking this question today. But to be totally fair, there are what appear at first glance to be some minor differences in the accounts recorded in the Bible. Some diligent and honest research will find that there is an answer for each of these instances, and so when facing possible contradictions, it is of highest importance to remember that two statements can differ without being contradictory. They can be different without being a contradiction. Now, some fail to make a distinction between this contradiction and a difference. Let me give you a couple examples. In one gospel account, it says that there were two angels at the tomb of Jesus. But in another account, it says that one angel spoke. So what is it? Is there one angel or two angels? Well, that's the difference between a contradiction and a difference. It's a difference, not a contradiction. It was possible that two were there and only one spoke. That's not a contradiction, it's just a difference. Or, in Paul's conversion, as recorded in the book of Acts, it states in Acts 9:7 that the men which journeyed with Paul stood speechless, hearing a voice, but not seeing a man, in the King James Version. But in Acts 22, verse 9, it says, "And they that were there saw indeed the light and were afraid, but they heard not the voice of him who spoke." So you're like, okay, well, did they hear him or didn't they hear him? Well, this can be cleared up by understanding the challenge of translating Greek into English. As Greek scholar W.F. Arndt explains, Acts 22:9 does not deny the associates of Paul heard certain sounds. It simply declares that they didn't hear it in such a way as to understand what was being said. This is also a challenge for translating from the original languages into English. So, is the Bible full of contradictions? I don't think it is. I think as we explore with honest and open hearts and minds, we can see that you can trust the Bible as it reads today. It is the Word of God, and it will change you if you let it.